Good evening. I'm Haley Wilkes. Scott Dennis has the night off. Thank you for being with us. Our top story this evening, a murder investigation in the Hillview area of Sarasota County. Sheriff's deputies say they found a man shot to death at a home on Hillview Street early this morning. Tonight, we're learning more about the victim. ABC 7's Kate Flexter joins us live from the scene with the latest. Kate.
That's right, Haley. It was in this house behind me that the man was fatally shot earlier today. Tonight, the sheriff's office is identifying that man as Daryl Davis, who had an extensive criminal background. Around 4:30 Wednesday morning, law enforcement was called to a home on Hillview Street where they found a man who was recently shot.
When they arrived, they did render aid to the victim, who was later transported to Sarasota Memorial Hospital and was pronounced deceased.
The victim, 40-year-old Daryl Davis, has been arrested at least 8 times for crimes including robbery, battery, and drug possession. The suspect fled the scene before law enforcement arrived.
Our investigators are here. They're canvassing the neighborhood, talking to anybody who may have been here during the time of the crime.
Ruth Montgomery was in her house across the street when it happened. She says she wasn't surprised.
We were waiting for something, not this bad, but we were waiting for something to happen.
She says the street is generally quiet except for that house where she's seen a lot of activity that she suspects is drug related.
It was pretty obvious, the timing, you know, when they're there for 2 minutes and you see hands go in and out of the windows, that it's drug deals, and we were not happy with it by any means.
Just down the street is a daycare, and concerned parents have been driving by the scene, but the sheriff's office says there's no immediate danger to the public. For Montgomery, it's disturbing to see something like this happen in what she says is generally a safe neighborhood.
It is very scary. You think you're really safe. We're not too far away from the Amish town. You think that everything's good, and, you know, we're hoping we're going to get back to that.
The search continues tonight for that suspect. The sheriff's office asking anyone with information to contact them. Haley?
Thank you, Kate. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies also investigating the death of an Englewood woman who was found dead in the parking lot of a store. Deputies say 31-year-old Christy Miranda was found unresponsive in the parking lot of the Super Target on North Cattleman Road. That's in the UTC area. That was around 1 o'clock this morning. The sheriff's office says based on witness accounts, her death may be related to drug use. Paramedics on the scene tried to resuscitate her, but were unsuccessful. The investigation is ongoing. A developer who owns hundreds of acres of prime real estate near the water in Cortez wants to build a huge waterfront community. The proposed Peninsula Bay development, which currently is mainly farmland, would be located just north of Cortez Road between 103rd Street West and 119th Street West on Palmasola Bay. It would feature more than 1,900 homes, a hotel, a marina, a boat ramp, and 90,000 square feet of commercial waterfront space on 359 acres. Whiting Preston is the developer behind this proposed project.
There isn't a lot of developments like this, and if you look at our plan, we've moved most of the housing away from the waterfront. We separate that with open spaces, a 67-acre lake. We really try to do things that generally have not been done here.
Preston and his team will be meeting with the Planning and Zoning Commission on Thursday. They will be answering questions from the public regarding this development. Sarasota County Area Transit Services looking to make some significant changes. SCAT is considering eliminating around 15% of its bus stops. They also want to add more benches and bus shelters for riders. SCAT recently purchased 10 new buses that use clean diesel fuel, and they plan to add 20 more in 2017. SCAT is also looking into making Wi-Fi available on buses.
Talking to the bus drivers and just getting feedback from the community as far as what they would like to see changes for SCAT.
Talking to the bus drivers, of course, is just one of the ways they got that information, and riders have also suggested that they would like to see more routes offered on Sundays and holidays. Both SCAT and MCAT are offering free rides to some college students and faculty members. Later this summer, students, faculty, and staff from Ringling College of Art and Design and New College of Florida will be able to ride buses for free when they present a valid college ID. Both colleges have agreed to pay an annual prepaid amount so that these passengers won't have to pay for their individual fares. This new service will begin on August 1st. Visit Sarasota County is getting the green light for its 2017 budget. Today, the Sarasota County Commission approved the agency's budget, which is more than $7 million. Around $550,000 of that is earmarked for the 2017 World Rowing Championships. Visit Sarasota County has been setting money aside for that for the past 3 years. Besides the rowing championships, Visit Sarasota County plans to use its budget to continue to market the county as a tourist destination. It also plans to hire a new salesperson to help market about 1,000 new hotel rooms that are popping up all across the county. And we've certainly seen that construction sites in downtown Sarasota, Bob, something we see when we look at our sunsets and our tower cam.
You're right, absolutely. The cranes up there. We are looking at big storms right now, Haley. In fact, the East Coast breeze has made it all the way over down into Fort Myers, where they've had some rough storms just about an hour ago. Lots of hail reported there. It kind of exploded. Now, look what happened. The outflow boundary moved through the Charlotte County area. Now there's a severe weather warning possibly ready to issue now over eastern portions of Charlotte County, and also some big storms into Hardee and DeSoto counties. This all working its way toward the west. Now, we've had a few brief showers along the coast earlier as that west coast sea breeze developed, but that's well inland now. And this particular cell in particular right now moving through Port Charlotte has the potential of becoming severe as it merges with this one right now just east of Punta Gorda, with a tremendous amount of lightning strikes with this, and it looks like some small hail. In fact, it's rather big, indicated by the Doppler radar, up to golf ball size right there just east of Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda, walnut size near Port Charlotte. If you have some pictures of the hail, obviously don't go outside, but if you see some around your porch, you can take a photo, send it to PIX, PIX at mysuncoast.com. Elsewhere, things are quiet into Bradenton, also Sarasota, and around the Barrier Islands tonight. Sebring, though, getting hammered once again. We're in this summer pattern, and that means a lot of lightning around. In fact, the lightning forecast for the next 30 minutes, not a problem in Venice. However, Northport, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, all under the potential for some very dangerous lightning. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A group of Florida parents suing the state's Department of Education, arguing that retaining third graders because of their test scores is unconstitutional. This spring, parents with the Florida Opt-Out movement chose not to have their kids take the Florida standardized test, causing hundreds of students to be retained instead of moving on to fourth grade. Many of those parents say grades and classroom performance should be more important than state testing. Local attorney Andrea Mogensen is representing the parents in that lawsuit. A church in Bradenton is offering women a place to stay to get their lives back on track. The transition house, called Beauty for Ashes, is located on the campus of the City Life Church. Women who've been recently released from jail or coming out of an abusive relationship can stay there temporarily until they get back on their feet. The church's pastor says the women will also be required to serve others by volunteering at the church, attending recovery classes, and continuing their education.
Don't just be a hero of the word, but be a doer. We want to make a difference with Beauty for Ashes and City Life Church for our city.
The house will open on July 17th. Still to come on your Suncoast News, honoring the legacy of fallen police officers, the special tributes for the men killed during the protest last week. And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, later in Health Smart, how a certain kind of massage therapy may be able to help breast cancer patients in their recovery.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one. Little help here. That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8th Annual Sarasota Improv Festival, July 14th through 16th. 3 days of non-stop comedy with 18 groups from New York City, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbia, Canada, Orlando, and more. The laughter will be unlimited. Don't miss what Daly City says is non-stop lunacy. Featured acts will include premier improv group Impro Theater. Improv Festival passes and tickets are on sale now. 941-366-9000 or visit floridastudiotheater.org.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Funeral services being held today for 3 of the 5 police officers gunned down in Dallas last week. Family and friends gathered for the funeral for transit officer Brent Thompson. The 43-year-old newlywed had just welcomed his 3rd grandchild. His wife Emily, also a Dallas police officer, spoke at the service.
This act of violence hurt law enforcement as a whole. However, good will always prevail. Though I'm heartbroken and hurt, I'm going to put on my badge and my uniform and return to the street along with all of my brothers and sisters in blue.
Final goodbyes today also for Police Sergeant Michael Smith, a former Army Ranger who received a Cops Cop Award from the Dallas Police Association. A service for Senior Corporal Lorne Aarons also held today. Meanwhile, police in Baton Rouge say they have foiled a plot to attack police officers there. Investigators uncovered the plot after a burglary at a pawn shop in which several handguns were stolen. 3 suspects, including a 13-year-old, are under arrest. A 4th suspect is on the run. The 15-year-old son of the Louisiana man shot and killed last week by police called today for peaceful protests and unity. Also, a community conversation scheduled for tonight in Sarasota to discuss recent police shootings has been canceled. The Sarasota chapter of the NAACP was planning to host this event to try to improve the relationship between residents and law enforcement. But again, we just received word that this event has been canceled. We don't know why, but we'll get you those details whenever they're available.
And some cancellations are occurring now in Charlotte Harbor,
Yeah,
boat
no
plans in particular, because a special marine warning is in effect from Englewood southward. Big storms have been firing up, as is going to be the case, I think, for the rest of this week.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. We had severe weather last night as these storms rolled through around 8, 9 o'clock up in Pinellas and Hillsborough County. We could see the same again tonight here. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing these storms starting to build to the east and work their way way slowly to the west. So those showers and storms will be moving in. Not everyone's going to get it, but there's going to be some pretty big cells around. Right now, we're watching the potential for some severe weather down in South Sarasota and into western portions of Charlotte County this afternoon as the breezes and the convergence boundaries are all kind of coming together at one place in particular, right there near Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, where a tremendous amount of rainfall occurring right now. The heaviest cell by far right to the east of Punta Gorda, which has the potential for producing, I think, severe weather, maybe winds up to 50 to 60 miles an hour. The National Weather Service has not issued that quite yet. Just in this little area alone, 133 strikes just in the last 10 minutes. So a tremendous amount of lightning. These storms have just popped up near Mayaca City and to the east of Parrish, but more importantly, Sebring getting hammered once again tonight by some heavy rainfall in the rate of 2 inches an hour. Near the coast, though, things are looking pretty good there temporarily along Longboat Key, Anna Maria, Braden, and Sarasota. We had a few brief showers pop up earlier this afternoon as the sea breeze developed and moved inland. That activity has since moved on, so we did get some rainfall near Venice and places south into Inglewood. Currently, it's hot, 91 degrees, but the nice thing is the mornings are a little bit cooler because of the afternoon showers around, keeping things into the mid-70s. The dew point now at 74. Winds are out of the west at 10. The pressure 30-11, which is still high, and that's holding steady right now. 93 into Jacksonville. It's 80, though, with rain nearby in Orlando. 85 now in Miami. And 89 in Lakewood Ranch. Arcadia at 92. But look at how things cooled off in Punta Gorda at the airport there east of the interstate. 78 right now, and 83 in Sebring where the rain is heavy, and Cortez at 86 degrees. Well, this pattern that we're in is going to stick around, it looks like, with that east to southeasterly wind component and the west coast sea breeze developing each and every day. Things may eventually change down the road as a result of this large area of African dust, really, if you can believe that. Big storms over the Africa continue to move across the Pacific, or I should say Atlantic, and head off in our general direction now. It looks like a little bit of dust right there over the Caribbean will make its way into our area early next week. And there's a chance we could shut down these afternoon and evening thunderstorm patterns, it looks like, as we push through time. Now, the RPM forecast model showing a nice start again on Thursday and Friday with generally sunny skies and nice southeasterly wind flow, keeping things a bit milder. But then in the afternoon and evening, we'll see those showers and storms, which could turn severe like we normally see during this kind of pattern. Satellite and radar imagery showing the big storms now through parts of Missouri tonight, heading towards Chicago. Quiet across the southern and central plain states, but it is hot, and it looks like we're in for a heat wave over the upcoming week across the central U.S., where temperatures will go well above average as high pressure builds in at all levels. High tide at 9:44, and sunset will be at 8:28, sunrise at 6:45. Tonight, scattered storms, some strong, partly cloudy skies otherwise, with heavy rain possible, 76 for your low. And then partly cloudy, more afternoon and evening storms. We'll get a little taste of a few showers, say around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then better chances after 6. And the extended forecast calling for pretty good chances for showers and storms riding in through midweek next week, although we'll have to watch and see how that African dust plays out. Haley, back to you.
Doesn't sound good. All right. Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, and I-75 is moving smoothly, both north and southbound. In health news tonight, targeted massage therapy known as acupressure may help breast cancer patients overcome fatigue. Acupressure is similar to acupuncture, but no needles are involved. Instead, pressure is applied to certain points of the body with fingers or devices. In a study published in JAMA Oncology, women who had breast cancer were instructed on how to administer their own acupressure, both the relaxing and the stimulating method. About 66% of the women in the relaxing group and about 61% of women in those in the stimulating group had fatigue scores in the normal range, compared to only 31% in the control group that did not do acupressure. According to a study, neither gay men nor heterosexual people diagnosed with HIV transmit the virus to their partner when they're on suppressive antiretroviral treatment. The results come from the largest study to date of HIV patients taking this medication and having unprotected sex. Researchers in the UK monitored nearly 900 couples, of which at least one had HIV and was on antiretroviral therapy. 548 of those couples were heterosexual and 340 were gay men. Several years after the couples had sex regularly without a condom, researchers reported that there have been no instances of virus transmission between infected patients and their partners. Australia has declared that AIDS is no longer a public health issue in the country. The government-backed Australian Federation of AIDS Organizations and top scientists say the number of people being diagnosed with AIDS in Australia is so small that it is no longer reported. Officials there say what has worked so well for this country is a partnership between all sectors, community, research, and government, and having bipartisan political support. Representatives with the Federal Department of Health in Australia say about 1,100 new cases of HIV, though, are detected each year. Coming up next, a rare weather phenomenon captured on video in the bayous. Plus, a rare sight in the Golden Gate Bridge, the humpback whale frenzy in the San Francisco Bay. That's coming up.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good.
Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
At least 2 people have died as the result of severe flooding in Wisconsin. One of the victims was an 84-year-old man. His car became submerged in a flooded ditch, but firefighters were able to rescue his wife. The waters have damaged homes and washed out roads, leaving many drivers stranded. More thunderstorms are pounding the area today. A Louisiana man captured an unusual sight while driving home from work yesterday. While crossing a bridge, the man spotted a water spout on Lake Pontchartrain. The man was on his way to New Orleans when he saw this water funnel. It's pretty amazing. Look at that. He says it was still spinning when he got off of the bridge and on the south shore of the lake. Luckily, he was not taken away with it. An unusual rescue call for some deputies in Colorado. They had to help a bear cub trapped in a hot car. Someone called authorities after noticing the bear was trying to claw its way out. Deputies managed to open the back hatch and set the cub free. He was okay. They don't know how he got into the car, but say the owners will probably want to shop for a new one because the bear did quite a number. on the interior. Wow, yes, he did. And some kayakers captured incredible video of a feeding frenzy by humpback whales in San Francisco Bay. There we go. The group spotted a swarm of birds first. They say they expected to see the whales, but they did not expect such a treat. Whales usually do lunge feeding in colder waters farther north. This rare sight went on for about 45 minutes. That's the sight of a lifetime. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the end of a massive renourishment project on Longboat Key. Trucks filled with sand no longer traveling through the area, but another project is just weeks away from starting. Details on that one straight ahead.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8th Annual Sarasota Improv Festival, July 14th through 16th. 3 days of non-stop comedy with 18 groups from New York City, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbia, Canada, Orlando, and more. The laughter will be unlimited. Don't miss what Daly City says is non-stop lunacy. Featured acts will include premier improv group Impro Theater. Improv Festival passes and tickets are on sale now. 941-366-9000 or visit floridastudiotheater.org.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll be the coolest family on the block in your all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $27,999. Or get the lowest price ever on a new Dodge Journey, just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass & Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass & Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.